guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. If this is your first time coming into my channel, you're highly welcome into my channel. You're welcome to the family. Please do me a favor by pressing the red icon below to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So every time I upload a new video, you're going to get notified. And you've been watching my video so far. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate. Okay, so today I'm going to be telling you about how shocked I felt or I'm feeling the way Bahrain police treats expatriates. You know, when they say the definition of the police are your friends, the police are your friends here. This is what I have seen here. This is the definition of the police are your friends. Trust me, back home, the police are not your friends. The police are your enemies. Because first of all, the manner of approach. Me personally, I don't think I'm going to blame them because some of them, or let's say 80% of them, are not educated. And it's not even about education. I just feel like some people, when they're in that position or when they just wear that uniform, in fact, in my country, once you are in the military, you're wearing that uniform, you feel so superior that you just feel like you're going to talk to anybody anyhow. But you see here, I've encountered with the police 3 times, and I felt like I'm just talking to normal human. Like, I want to do a little bit of comparison. In my country, when I'm talking to the police, I'm shaking, I'm shivering. It's like I'm talking to somebody who has, they even get you afraid. There was a time, because my country is not politically, it's not stable, and there is this war, there is this crisis in my country. It has been there for like 5 years now. This crisis has been there and it has not been solved. So when I was traveling one time with my father, I left Douala. I was going to Boya, the capital of Southwest. So I was going to Boya, and that's where I was living. So I was going to Boya. We are at the checkpoint, and then at the checkpoint, I was making a call. Like my mom was calling me to, like, how are you guys? Are you guys on the way and stuff? Then the policeman said, drop that call. Then I said, why? He's like, put the phone down. And I said, why? He said, you're not supposed to make call here. And I'm like, why am I not supposed to make call here? He said, because maybe I'm be calling the Amber. Okay, the Amber are the people who are fighting for the separation. He said, maybe you are going to be calling the Amber. And I'm like, so what if it's an emergency? I'm not going to pick my call. And then he showed me a gun. He said, if it's an emergency, I'll also make you emergency. My God, my dad was so scared. He was shaking. And the people behind, like the other passengers were sitting behind us, were like, no, Vanessa, no, little girl, don't talk, little girl, don't talk. These people, they just feel like they have a right. And then the second time is about face masks. You know, when this corona broke out, I was still in Cameroon. And then I was walking on the road. Then one police guy, and then at that time, if you don't wear your face mask, I mean, these people were just taking advantage of everything. The least thing, they just take it for an advantage, they just use it against you. So when what happened is I wasn't, my face mask was not on my nose, it was like down, but I was having it on my face. And then this policeman, his face mask was also here. And then he was like, put your face mask up. I said, your own face mask is down. I work with one of my friends. She's like, no, no, Vanessa, just do what they say. I said, if you are in a position and you want to teach somebody, do something that's okay. If somebody is in this position and I see it, I'll be like, oh, this policeman has wore his thing and I've not worn it. Okay, we're in the same level. Because you are doing wrong, I'm going to take you wrong. So let's see. Then he's like, show me your ID card. He was like, presentable, because in my country, in fact, most of the anglophones, they automatically become francophones when they go to this military section. I don't know why. They just feel like they have to speak French. I even have a friend who is a police, but when he sees me on the contrary, he's like, Madame, présentez-vous. This is somebody we're in the same class, we ate together, and speak English to me. He's like, I don't know, they just change. I don't know if it's an injection, they just switch. So he's like, Madame, présentez-vous. And I'll be like, is this not Collins? This is Collins. I was in the same school. Okay, I'll show my, but before I show my ID, I'll be like, who are you, please? Can you show me your ID? Okay. You show me your ID that you're police, and then I'll show you my ID. So now, back home, trust me, the police are not your friends. The police are just, I don't know, some sort of competitors. They are just, in fact, they need some home training. They just need some training because they are zero. Zero. But when I came here to Bahrain, this is the definition of the police are your friends. Okay, let me tell you my first encounter. I was new in Bahrain, and then I went to, where did I go to? Okay, I went to get my COVID test. I went to get my COVID, and it was in a paper form. And then I was heading back home. I was standing at the bus station because I don't have a car. And to take a taxi, it's so expensive. And by then, I was not having money. I just had my money for my bus card. And then I had extra cash with me, maybe like 2 BD, 3 BD. I had extra cash. And I was like, if I stay for long and there is no bus, I'm going to take a taxi or I'm going to take an Uber and then I go home. So what happened is I saw a car passing, and this car, it was a military man in this car. I break the car and I'm like, I'm going to hammer down. Guys, I did not even know that this was police or anything. I was not scared. I was not worried. Then this man dropped and picked me. And when I checked behind, I saw his military uniform and I mean, the way his car was, everything was military. And then, like, say, how much am I supposed to pay you? The man looked at me and laughed. He's like, you're so courageous. You're not scared. You just pop in. I said, I thought it's a taxi and I'm going to pay after this. It's like, no, no, no. I'm a military. I'm just helping you because this is where I'm going to the same direction with you. And I'm like, oh, really? Come on. Hey, God. In fact, it's not like I'm doing a comparison, but trust me, here is the definition of the police are your friends. Back home, the police are not your friends, so they are not. They can even flog you if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. And then my second encounter with the police was, okay, I was going to the roadside, like I was going to buy something to eat. I was going with one of my colleagues from here, and that day I was dressed in a very sexy manner. I put on something short, but not too short, but it was short. And then I wore my normal top, but I was putting on a short skirt. So where I'm living actually in Hammertown, this is considered as a residential area. Okay, it's considered as a family area because yeah, there are mostly families staying here, and so they want everything to be close. And I was just like, okay, I'm a young girl. I just need to dress. I'm just going somewhere short, so let me just dress. And then when we're closer to the shop or where to buy, they stay jogging. They're jogging. They putting on their like they were not. You cannot even identify them. Like who is the police and who is not the police. You cannot really identify them. And they were jogging, jogging, jogging. And they stopped. They said, "Police, police, show me your ID. Show me your ID." And then I looked at them because they look like clowns to me. They were not looking serious, and I was not feeling it because the way they came, me in Cameroon, the way already in short, when you see a police coming, you already know this is a policeman. The way he approaches you, you already know this is a policeman. But the way this people came, they were like, police, police, ID, ID. This time they were joking and they were laughing. My colleague and I, we just looked at them. And for me, I know how to snap. I just looked at them like, police. I just snap and I continue moving. And the other one, I think maybe they were thinking that we're not having CPR, like the ID card. Maybe we were thinking like these girls are not walking or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody sent them to come and check. And then one removed the ID and showed me. I'm police. Please, can you show me your ID? Wow, so polite. And I was like, police. And they're like this, and they were putting on, they have this orange stuff. They put like how can I call this lifesavers? Is it life jacket? Yes, they put something like that. They wear something like that. It's lemon green, and then it has something like an ash. Yeah, so they're like, please, can I see your ID? And I'm like, these people are actually police. Fiona. Yeah, that's my colleague. Fiona, these people are actually police. And Fiona is like, oh, I don't have my ID with me. But I was having my ID. So I showed my ID and then she was not having an ID. So they asked her, do you have benefit page? Say yes. Did you register with your benefit page? They say yes. They click there. Pa, pa, pa. Your ID is there. This is your ID number. Even I did not know that you could check your ID card number on your benefit. And my ID card number, I already have it stored in my brain. So there are some transactions I need to do. I don't need to take my ID. I just need to get my ID card, my ID number. So she gave her ID number, and they work with something like a machine. I mean, digitalized. This is a digitalized world. This is what we call it. You don't need. They don't even need. They don't even need to. They don't need to take you to a police station to check if this ID is real. They just work with their machine. Like they just put your CPR number. They will know your company you work for. They will see there the company's name, the person you're working for. Everything will just appear. So They took mine and then they checked. They saw it. Okay, she's working in this company. Are you guys working in the same coffee shop? Yes, we're working. They check her on and then they saw it. So we're working in the same place and then they just let us go. They're like, okay, thank you so much. I'm like, police? Wow, these people can be so polite. Now, let's talk about the third time I saw these people, or the third time I got in contact with the police. Now, the third time I got in contact with the police was when I was going in to do my medicals. So they like my former boss, he will send us to do medical. I don't have any clue, I don't have any idea about anything. Then I went there. I went to the hospital because obviously before you start working anything in Bahrain, you go for medicals to be sure that you can do this work. Because the jobs here in Bahrain are not for the weak. If you don't have energy, you cannot work. You need to have manpower. You need to be strong, physically, financially, psychologically, mentally, everything. You need to be strong. So I went that day to do my medicals, and then I did not know where to start. I did not. In fact, I never had any clue about how I was going to do. So I met the policeman there as usual. And they have their uniform. It's like brown khaki. Yes, brown, and has a bit of um there's dark brown and there's light brown. So yeah, it's somehow mixed. So I met them. Then I asked him, please, can you show me where I'm going to do my medicals? This guy literally held my hand and took me to where I was doing my medicals. I'm like, dear, you have to go there. I'm like, God, what is happening to my own country? Can this thing not happen to Cameroon? Like, why is that you have to be fighting your own people? Like, I don't get it, because the way it is here, the way I mean, the way the country is, it's the way the police and the people communicate. One more thing before I forget. So I was going out with my friend, and his car has an issue. Okay, and what happened is his car keeps on stopping. Like, it will go, I don't know, he told me, is it a speedometer? In fact, I'm not very versed with all these cars things. So he's like, the speedometer, what is not working, and so on and so forth. So I did not really know. So when we were going, he stopped the car. Immediately he stopped the car. There was a police car behind that stopped behind him. And then they did not care to know if he's a Bahrani. They don't want to know your nationality. The first thing first is they want to help you get out of that mess. When they help you get out of that mess, okay, then if it's something that you have to pay your fine, you pay your fine and so on. But they will help you out of that situation first. This is one thing about them. They will get you out of the danger point. So where he was standing, he was at the highway, and then normally at the highway there are places where you can park and maybe rest in case your car is bad, something you can just park there. So while going, he stopped the car, and then the police just stopped behind, and the police is like, my friend, what is wrong? Are you okay? And I'm like, police? Say yes, the police. Is like, the police is here. And then I'm like, police will stop to come and check. He say, anything wrong with the car? And this my friend was like, no, 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 nothing is wrong with the car. The car is okay. It was just so hot. He said something, and the police said, you need help? You need any assistance? I'm like, wow. Hey, God. The police will come and ask you. They just stop because they have to protect you so that other cars. Because normally no matter how you speed, once you see a police, you will have to slow down, because they will just get your plate number, and of course you get into deep shit. So he stopped there and then he checked. Is everything okay? Are you sure you're fine? I was sitting there. My heart was even beating. I'm like, maybe this one might arrest me, but I know I have not done anything wrong. So why would they want to arrest me? So he was just like, is everything okay? Then my friend was like, I had a small issue with my car, but everything is fine. I told my friend, I'm going to blog about this. I'm going to tell people what they mean by the police are your friends. I'm going to tell people. Wow. So this is one advantage here. The only time when they are not your friend is like maybe you're going against their laws. Maybe you're a criminal, you're doing something which is against them. Okay, this is when they can react. But because let me quote an example. I've been in a situation in Cameroon where the car got bad, and our car got bad. To remove that car from that place, I mean, to ship that car from that place. In fact, the police will even make like they don't see you. But it's not all. I'm not saying all, but the number of encounters I've had when it comes to the police in my country, trust me, it's a negative 1 on 10. It's a negative 1 on 10. But yeah, it's a 10 on 10. Because I've not had any bad conflict or any bad clash with the police. Like since I came, they have shown me, I don't know about others, but they have shown me that they are willing to help anybody regardless of your nationality. I don't know, maybe because I'm a girl or what, but this person I'm talking who was driving this car is actually a boy. So a normal man is coming to help another person. So this is, in fact, God, please, can Cameroon be like this for once? Just help somebody. Just, render help to somebody. You don't necessarily need to get money. Your reward to come from up from above. So, guys, this is how I feel. In fact, this is what it means by the police are your friends. I have only seen it here in this country. Only in Bahrain, I've seen it. And also in Dubai. When I was in Dubai, like, I did not really get encounter with the police. So, the only thing I knew is they'll come and carry people who, the people who don't have documents, they'll carry you and then repatriate you back. But I've not had any bad encounter with them. Like maybe they are threatening your life and stuff. They even talk to you in a very polite way. My God. So yeah. This is this for this and this is that for that. If you've been watching this video so far from the beginning to end, thank you so much. I am so grateful. And please don't go without subscribing, telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to Nexus Fantasy because trust me, there are a lot of interesting and amazing things you need to know about this country. Anyways, I'll see you guys again in my next video. Stay tuned. Bye bye.